Right, I've got one of the front hubs off the Talbot Sunbeam here, and it's got the old brake disc fitted. Now if you look at this old brake disc, thinking, well, okay, could probably do another run. It's got a little bit of surface rust on there, but actually, looking at the size of that compared to the new discs that I'm going to fit, you can see that this is much smaller. Now the reason that I'm going to uprate the brakes on this car is because Tim has ported that engine. So if we've got more go, we need more stop. And these 4-pot calipers, 1, 2, 3, 4 pots in there, 4 pistons, are going to provide us with a lot more stop. Now with the rear axle, we're not going to modify it that much, but we are going to fit brake shoes that have more efficient brake linings. So all around, the brakes will be better. So what I'm going to do is build up the front hubs and the brakes onto the front struts, and then we'll fit them as complete units as we put the car together. So first of all, what I'm going to do is get the old brake disc off this hub. There's our old brake disc, thin, small, not much surface area. Here's our new one, much larger, bigger surface area, and it's got cooling. The cooler it runs, the better, because braking efficiency decreases with heat. We're not really affecting the status of the car because all the old stuff can be bolted back on again at any time if anybody wants to do that. So what I need to do is get my freshly painted hubs and fit the discs. Right, so the discs fit onto the hubs like so. I'm going to offer up the hub and the disc onto the stub axle to make sure it's not catching on this strut at all. So I'm just going to put the bearing on dry. So if that'll go on, yep, that's on. And then let's just try fitting the hub on. Let's get my outer bearing on. So there's my hub nut on. I haven't put a washer on or anything yet. Right, hopefully this will spin freely. Yep, nothing's catching on there. So if I turn this over, the inner bearing has to fit into here like so, and then I have to fit this seal which helps to retain all the grease in the bearing. And what I'm doing here is making sure that the grease goes all the way through the bearings and comes out the other side. That's why I kind of do it from this one side so I can see the grease oozing through on this inner face here. This is just a seal driver, so should knock the seal in nice and evenly. There we are. So that is the brake disc attached to the hub. Fit my hub washer on, and then fit the hub nut. So just tighten that up, just a little too much to start with. So there's a little bit of resistance to turning there. So turn it one full turn, then back it off ever so slightly, and that should give us the right amount of free play. So now we have the pads in the caliper. I'm just going to tighten these up gently because I want to make sure that the discs are sitting centrally within the calipers. One more to go. Let's just check that. Yep, that all turns nice and freely. Right, so we've got one more of these to do and I can start installing them into the car. Perfect. job done.